I do welcome the students belonging to fourth year to my online session. In my lecture today, I would like to focus on a poem titled The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. This particular poem was written by T.S. Eliot, a renowned and distinguished poetic figure. You will have to understand the inner significance of this particular poem. This particular poem may have got multifaceted interpretation, but I would like to shift your focus on a particular issue, and that particular issue is that it is the dilemma of a modern man, the indecision of a modern man. A modern individual fails to take concrete decision, and he fails to pluck up courage to address his lady love in terms of marriage proposal. He fails to make a marriage proposal to the lady because he does not possess mental courage. He does not have courage. He is not courageous enough to make a proposal to his lady love. Indecision or neurosis can be termed as two noticeable phenomena in the character of J. Alfred Prufrock. Prufrock is a middle-aged individual, and he expresses the opinion in the poem that there will be time. There will be time is the indication of procrastination, and in reality, in the poem, he does not take any concrete initiative to materialize his dream. You will notice a series of images, series of symbols in course of reading your reading this particular poem. You will notice restless night. Here the device has been used. The device which has been used can be called a sort of transferred epithet. Restless night. Night itself is not restless, but the people who are roaming around at night are restless. So, from this perspective, the term restless night can be justified. In yet another development, you will notice sawdust restaurant. Sawdust restaurant is the symbolic interpretation of a restaurant where dirt and filth are found. That is probably that very restaurant is littered with dirt. So there is no congenial atmosphere, there is no sound atmosphere, there is no healthy atmosphere to dine out at that particular restaurant. And if you evaluate the character of J. Alfred Prufrock, you will notice that he is faced with a dilemma. He is confronted with a dilemma. He is not capable of taking any concrete initiative right now. And he suffers from indecision, procrastination, and it is not possible on the part of Alfred Prufrock to meet any sort of challenge. In the modern society, you may notice such a scenario. It can be noticed very often. Many people in the contemporary society or modern society apparently seems to be handsome, apparently they seem to be courageous, but in terms of taking decision, they sometimes suffer from indecision, suffer from procrastination. That's why it becomes utterly difficult on the part of those individuals to move forward with courage and fortitude. As individuals, we have a lot of duties and responsibilities to perform towards our fellow human beings. So we should not be hesitant. We should shake up or shrug up idleness, indolence, all sorts of false beliefs, and we will have to move forward with deterministic approach for the greater welfare of humanity. But in case of this individual named J. Alfred Prufrock, it is to be mentioned here that he is not capable of doing anything anything tangible for himself. Apart from moving forward for the greater welfare of mankind, he also should perform his duties and responsibilities towards himself. But we notice a very dismal scenario in this particular poem. We notice that he is not capable of taking any decision. Yet another important phenomenon worth taking note of is that we can notice the deceptive behavior of some ladies. They talk about Michelangelo. This is the manifestation that they are the connoisseurs of art. They are well versed in art. They are talking about a renowned artist named Michelangelo, but they don't understand the significance of the artwork of Michelangelo. In the contemporary society or in modern society, you will notice the case sometimes there are individuals who give the air of superiority, a handful of people probably, but, and sometimes we notice some people who give the air of superiority, but in reality they don't possess much ideas regarding literature, regarding art, regarding culture, but they demonstrate, they want to show up in a pompous manner. So, if you evaluate this particular poem from a broader perspective by dealing with every facet of this poem, you will notice that as a keen observer of the society, T.S. Eliot has manifested the dilemma, the problem, the crisis confronted by a modern man. I would like to wrap up today's session. You yourselves will reap immense benefit from this lecture if you give a patient hearing, if you make effort to understand the content of this lecture. So you are being asked to pay much attention so that you can comprehend or perceive the real purport, comprehend the real significance of the poem. I extend my thanks to each and every student.